everyone.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
You're good.
Good. Glad to have you here. Today we are going to talk about don't empty your wallet, understanding the financial planning process. This is a lesson we've been in for a couple of days. And today we're actually, let's do the lesson objective, but mainly we're going to focus on Excel today. Since you do have a project in this class, you will need to use Excel, so we're going to cover how to do Excel. And if someone wants to volunteer, read the first objective for us.
Students will be able to use technology to enhance the effectiveness of communication in the business environment by blogging their research findings on companies that have failed, such as WorldCom, Enron, etc.
All right, and the next one.
Students will be able to develop a budget including all essential elements for personal and business use by using Excel in red to individually prepare a personal budget for the next 3 months, anticipating the types and amounts of income they will have.
Thank you, and I put that in red because we're mainly focusing on Excel today, but thank you for that. And someone want to do the last one.
Students will be able to communicate effectively through writing by locating a newspaper or magazine article that describes an anticipated change in the economy that might result in higher or lower income or expenses for businesses, and writing a business letter discussing how financial planners should use this information when developing an operating budget.
Awesome. So everybody ready? Excel, Microsoft Excel. We're going to create a worksheet and a chart. Our objective today, we're going to describe the Excel worksheet, enter text and numbers in the worksheet, use the sum button to sum a range of cells, enter a simple function, copy the contents of the cell to a range of cells, using the fill handle, apply the cell styles and format cells in a worksheet. Also, we're going to create a 3D chart, change the worksheet name and worksheet tab. I know these might not be familiar to you right now. Change document properties, preview and print a worksheet, use the auto calculate area to display statistics, and correct errors on the worksheet. Now, almost any organization collects vast amounts of data. So when you think of in terms of data, what do you think about? When you think of data, numbers, names.
Where to put it.
Where to put it. Okay. And often this data, when they collect all this data, the numbers, the names, the information, they have to somehow consolidate that information to provide a summary so that people can read it, take in the information and understand it and be able to use it. Okay, an Excel worksheet is what allows that data to be summarized and charted easily so that we can understand it. And a chart actually conveys a visual representation of the data. Helps you understand it better. In this chapter, we're going to create a worksheet that includes a chart, and the data in the worksheet and chart include data from a personal budget worksheet that contains monthly estimates on budget amounts, and that's what we're going to be doing, is creating a personal budget. So right now, we're going to divide up into groups of 4.
Can we pick our players? Are you have people?
No, I already have you assigned to a group.
Aw, man.
This is great for you to get to know others that you may not have interacted with a lot, okay?
All right.
Everyone's name who is the last name that begins with an A, B, C, D, E, or G, F, or G. I want you to group together. It should be 4 people: LaPortia, Ricky, William, and Russell.
Uh-oh, wait a minute. They're right here.
They're not here? So who's in this group? LaPortia and William are the only 2 here? All right, I'll let you 2 work together alone. All right, and next group will be the last name beginning with H through J. This is going to be, it's hard to say your first name, Dr. Hall, but Dr. Hall, Chandra, Laura, and Tony, you all are going to work together. And then the R through U, got Chanel Robinson, Mike Saxton, Michael Stubbs, and Alex Uden. You're going to work together. Yes, I have a sheet that I'm going to hand out to you. And what you're going to do, you're going to make a list of all the activities in your life that you can think about where creating a worksheet would be helpful for you. And I have one sheet for each group. You're gonna actually create a worksheet. I hear talking. No talking while I'm talking, please.
That is not me.
So what is this activity gonna have you doing? Tell me that.
I couldn't hear. I don't know what you're doing. That was not me. That was Ellen.
She does that in every class.
Every class. Oh my God.
Chanel, what are we gonna do? What are we doing today?
I don't even know, but that was
Okay, what we're gonna be doing, we're gonna make a list of all the activities in our life for which creating a worksheet would be helpful. An example might be tracking all of the receipts for the purchases you make, when you go shopping, when you go out to eat, when you go to the movies, all of that could be one example. So if you work together and get your ideas together, make a list of all the activities in your lives, which creating a worksheet would be helpful.
Oh, yeah.
But I guess if you're on the first step,
I don't have
it's
to
basically
allow
that.
We are in the
Don't your parents take you to the
Maybe a little
movies?
beer won't hurt.
You go to McDonald's,
Tobacco products.
you got popcorn at home. Use your imagination. Just say you went to the movies, just put it in your imagination. I went to the movies, we went to Kmart, Walmart, Target. We made purchases.
I just saw that one.
No, drink don't cost anything.
Credit card.
Mileage or gas?
Drink don't cost any money.
Travel like for your job.
All right, you have about one more minute.
Birthday.
My anniversary.
All right, let's see what we have. What kind of activities in your lives which create a worksheet would be helpful for you? Anyone? Group? All right.
We said tracking beer purchases and tobacco products. And that doesn't mean we do it. We might be talking about our parents. My brother smokes cigarettes.
Alex smokes, she always smokes when we go to.
Listen up.
Saw Alice in the
Listen up. Excuse me.
Call me out.
Alex was a smoker. But we also said, like tracking gas receipts or credit card purchases.
Thank
How much
you.
you spend in a month.
Good job.
Is it legal for teenagers to buy beer?
Yes, it is.
Not if you got a good fake ID.
Right.
Ooh.
Oh. All right, let's get back on task. We're not gonna do fake IDs today. Okay, William?
Went to the movies, went shopping at Targets and Walmart and the Dollar General.
Okay, all right, and, the last group
We
here.
had monthly expenses, a workout log,
Okay,
diet nutrition log.
Counting calories, my mom does it.
that's a great way to use the worksheet.
Like Jenny Craig or something.
Yes.
Mhm.
Counting calories, spending money purchases, there are so many ways to use the worksheet to help your life be a lot better.
That's a good one.
Very good.
Smart. I think of that one. We're
Very
smart.
Now, share ways in which you have seen worksheet. How have you seen worksheet used? I know Dr. Howard just talking about she's seen her mom use the worksheet to count calories. So what other ways have you seen worksheet used?
My mom does it with her business.
Okay,
Your mom ain't got no.
keep it track for expenses.
Michelle,
No outbursts.
spoke
Her soul.
Slow motion, be a good idea
idea.
to track purchases and
Do you know
sales.
that?
Yes,
Ms. Maffett, do you know that Michelle, she buys lotion for $1 at the dollar store and then she sells it online for super expensive?
she does.
So she can use
But
the
shall I
shower,
be illegal?
I was told no, I checked it out for something and they said it's not. They said because I buy it for $1 and I sell it for $14.
$14?
$14 and people buy it because they think it came from France.
Well, that could be a lot of things.
that is-
Let's get back on task.
Do you track
I'm excited.
I do.
Don't
I
track.
see you're excited. But we're gonna focus on worksheets today.
Ms. Maffett, I know one. I saw you use Excel when you was putting in the grades.
Yes, great way to use Excel, track your grades.
I saw her grade.
And if you look on the screen, this is actually a worksheet of the personal budget that you're going to complete. And you see it's tracking the monthly estimates, monthly expenses, wages, dividends, and then you got your rent, food. It looks like a lot of money, but when you get down here, you got some negatives.
Oh, man.
So it really isn't a lot of money if you count up what you put in versus what's going out. You have more going out than you have coming in. What happens then?
You get in debt.
You get in debt, don't have
Your
enough
credit score
money.
goes down.
Broke.
Your
Credit score can
your
go
credit
down.
score can go
Repo
down.
man comes by your house.
Repo man can come by your house, exactly.
Ms. Maffett,
But not to
So-
say it. They just live a paycheck. to
hello, I have
paycheck.
a question. So how do you spend more money that, if you don't have it? How do you have more going out than you have coming in?
Kids.
Well, in this case, well, let's look what's happening. Look at this worksheet and let's see what happened on the days when on the months they had more going out. What was an additional expense that they had that they normally didn't have that caused that to happen? Do you see anything?
Tuition and books.
Okay, so tuition is one thing that's happening.
Oh, wait, hold on. Which one, what month are we looking?
Well, in this month, December, you have less money, you don't have enough to cover all the expenses. But you
They
have,
weren't getting their
you have,
Yeah. Oh, they didn't get their
So
dividends.
yeah, it looks like when they get their dividend, they have a little extra.
right, they have a little extra, so really it almost balances out, right? It balances out because they have a positive at year end. So what would you do in this case? Like if you have a little extra here, how would you handle that for the rest of the year?
I think they should split up their dividends. Like
Split
when they
it up?
get it in January, then maybe they could take they get $4,000 in January.
Mhm.
So maybe they should take $1,000 each month. Like February, March, and April, so they don't be in the negative.
I see what you're saying, to save
Like a
some,
savings account?
Mm-hmm.
like a savings account, that's a good observation. Anyone else see anything about the spreadsheet that comes out to you? So that's, you see how quick you can find items and you can summarize the data just by using the worksheet? How quickly you can find the information that you're looking for by summarizing it. Now here's a better way to summarize it, putting all that information into a chart, and what can you see? It's hard to see your totals on that sheet, but you see in the blue, that's your rent, the orange is your food, so what's taking most of the money?
Rent and your.
Rent and your food, so by putting it into a chart form, you can actually cue in on what's happening and what's taking most of the money, and maybe you might be able to make some adjustment. You might have to move to a cheaper place. You might have to reduce
Go
your
on a
food budget.
diet.
Or what?
Go on a diet.
Go on a diet.
Those food
Go on a
expenses.
diet. Maybe don't make some purchases that you've been making, but you can make some adjustments, right?
That organic food is what's keeping it so high.
Okay, so in order to do this, in order to create this worksheet, the first step is creating an effective, this is called an effective requirements document. And in your requirements document, for example, if you're working for a company, if you're the manager, you're the vice president, you need someone to create a worksheet for you, or you're going to create the worksheet, you need a requirements document, something that tells you what they need. If I come to you and say, I need you to put together a spreadsheet, what's the first thing you're gonna ask me?
For what?
For what? What do you need it for? What's the need? And here, the need is a projection, a yearly projection of Bob Gleeman's projected budget. So you can say, well, what is this for? What do you need it for? Next is source of data. Where am I gonna get the data from? Are you gonna give it to me? Is it gonna come from a database? Do I need additional worksheets? Where is this information coming from? And lastly, what calculation do you want? Do you want it by month? Do you want it by year? Do you want it by day? How do you want it? Total income, expenses, what do you want? You want to see the net difference? What do you need? So these are some things you have to consider when you're putting together your worksheet. And I have, okay, let's look at the roadmap before we get there. This is the roadmap, mainly when you're considering and putting together your worksheet. You're going to enter the text in a blank worksheet, enter all your text in there. You're going to put in your calculations and your formulas to sum it up, divide it up, whatever you're going to do. Then you're going to save it using a file name so that you can retrieve it whenever you need it. You're going to format the text in the worksheet. You're going to insert a pie chart into the worksheet, assign a name to the tab, and then preview and print the worksheet. Because you want to be able to make sure that whoever gets your information can print it out, can view it in a logical manner. All right, this is what's called the next thing you're going to need in your worksheet. After you carefully get all your requirements document, then you actually have to sketch it out. You have to sketch out how this thing is going to look before you even start in Excel. After you review everything, you make the right decision, then you got to sketch out, okay, what do I need? Where does this need to go? So I'm going to have you do another project here with your same groups that you are in, and you are going to select one or more of these following projects on the sheet, and you're going to put together a requirements document, including a needs statement, and source data, and then you're going to sketch it out. Should take only a few minutes to sketch it out. So on this sheet, we have 4 different projects. We have a log for the usage, maintenance schedule, insurance, and licensing of vehicles in a family with 2 cars, a truck, and a van. Then we have a money tracking schedule for a student organization. We have a statistical record for a neighborhood T-ball league, and then we have a fitness tracking program for a gym with several members. So you can select which one you want to do.
Fitness.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you all had a good idea about the fitness with the counting the calories.
Okay, so what we do is somebody need to.
So
What are we doing? Okay. From document.
Okay, so we have to,
Oh, what we'll need to make the document, is that what we're doing?
you just said we need to do it. What do you say?
the money in our hands, so we can do it on So what do we need in order to count it?
You need help, okay?
What are we doing?
All right, you're just going to select one of them. I think you all are doing the fitness, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to sketch out your needs. I can put that back up so you can
Maybe
see
for
it.
the year,
Yeah.
so for the year.
All right. What do you need? First of all, what do you need?
Oh, yeah, we need to do it right.
So we'll
What do you need? You need a
A
what?
goal, what our goal
A
is.
fitness tracking program for a gym with several members. So you have a gym with several members.
How about we do it by the month?
You can do it by the month,
Monthly visitors.
monthly visitors,
That's what you said.
whatever you want to track.
Oh,
Okay, so what do we want to track?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Fundraiser, whatever. So what do we want to track?
Monthly visit.
Sums for each month?
Yeah.
And then where you gonna get your data from?
Monthly.
You're gonna get it from the log sheet where the visitors sign in.
Payments.
Like, and when they come.
So are we tracking new
So how we
visitors?
check,
New
tracking
new-
new.
Okay, let's do it.
And
Which one
current
did you
members?
choose?
You saying we're tracking as a.
Record for a neighborhood teacher. All right,
Yeah.
so we're gonna track, you wanna track number of games won and lost, you wanna track
So
the
would you track
points of the game.
and
Business of existing.
So that's the first thing, you're gonna decide what you need to track.
The members, right?
Okay, the members, right, you wanna track the members, how many
So they're.
touchdowns, or how many scores they made. Okay, so that would be your thing. Mhm. You can do one thing. We're gonna track the scores of the members. Okay?
Are we gonna be able to do this tomorrow?
We can do this
I
tomorrow.
heard it was gonna start about a minute.
Okay, okay, we can move on.
That's my question.
Is the band gonna play?
Okay, all right. Now, this is where we get actually into the worksheet itself. And when we get into the worksheet itself, you see, once you go into Excel, and you all will do that in the computer lab, you will log into Excel, and when it first comes up, this is how your worksheet is going to look. And you see how the cell A1 is active? When you make a cell active, you can click in that cell. What do you see around the cell once it's active?
Highlighted.
Okay, it's highlighted, the A is highlighted and the what? The 1 is highlighted. Also, what do you see in the name box up there? A1, that references the cell itself, right? So you see several things, and you see the cell is actually highlighted in what color?
Green.
Green, so you know that cell is selected, and if you want to begin typing, you can actually begin typing, and where's your information going to go?
Into A1.
Into A1, exactly. So how do you tell which cell is active?
Can we leave?
The class is over, but these are the questions I want you to answer for next week. When a cell is active, current cell, and to enter data in your first cell.
Okay.
All right, thank you all.
Have a great day.
I can't halfway through.